Excuse me while I get myself started here. Make sure I have all my eggs in the right baskets. And there we go. Ready for prime time. Well, I don't know if it's prime time. Guess it depends on where you are. And hello again. My name is Gail. I have a website. It's linked down below. It's called Go Cybernaut. I'm not going to explain it all. It's just a place you go if you need to find information on hundreds of subjects without all the aggravation. So, it's early on a Sunday. It's an early day. I find I'm getting a sore neck from sitting like this. Cheers. I do it live. Usually every morning at 5 a.m. on Pacific Standard Time. Oh, could open my window. Forgot one thing. This is going to be where I my reveal of what I wear today. My beautiful flowered shirt, and you're going to see the pants. Outfit of the day. Actually, you're not. I was going to do an outfit of the day. Let's do an outfit of the day. Here we go. Johnny goes to prove. I dress for comfort. Maybe style. I could be a trendsetter. What do you think? Flowers and stars. And guess what? These aren't even my pajamas. I actually made the effort this morning and got my actual clothing on. I need this a little bit tight. Okay. Just warning you in advance. I'm a little bit quirky. I'm a little bit neurodivergent. And I don't know where this is going to go because a lot of the times I sit here and I talk to myself. It might be one of those mornings, but is it 5 o'clock yet? Is it actually 5 o'clock? We got 1 minute to go. Okay. Well, let's see. Can we be more stylish with our hair? What do you think? Comfortable headband or colorful headband? No, for comfort today. Why not? Everything else is comfort. What about you? Do you dress for comfort or style? You can leave your comment below. Should you ever stop by? One day someone's going to stop by, you know. I'm going to say, hey, I dress for comfort. I don't mind mixing stars and flowers and some kind of feline patterns. If I'm comfortable, I don't mind at all. I'm not buying into the whole style thing. So we're at 5:01 on Sunday morning, the 5th, I believe, day of the year, the month, 2025. Quite a few fives in there if you think about it. 4 5s into 20, 5 5s into 25, and 5. If you're going to buy a lottery ticket today, I suggest you include lots of 5s. So what I usually do is I sit back here and I sort of talk about my day before. I'm I'm a content creator. I create for the web. I've only recently took the step in front of the camera here because I'm introverted. That's what the word is. I usually get into conversations because I'm neurodiverse and it takes me a little while to work things out. So, yeah. I'm okay with sitting here and talking to myself, though. That seems to be no problem at all. So I create content for the web, and there she is. Hello, Isla. Good morning. I wondered how long I was going to have to talk to myself this morning. I was pretty good, actually. I only jumped the gun by about 4 minutes getting in here. And I did sleep till 2 a.m. this morning, so we're making progress on getting our sleep schedule into sync. And we surpassed the 100 subscribers yesterday. I think we were like 102 in fact. Is it 102? Oh, wait a minute. Wrong notes to myself. How many subscribers did we end up with? That's a pretty big milestone, 100. You know, it doesn't seem like much to some of these big subscribers. Yeah, 102. Looks like 102. I've got notes everywhere to myself here. I was a good girl resting yesterday too. I do feel the difference in my health when I take the time to be patient. I think this whole illness, that is what it's for, is to teach me to slow down and be patient. Yeah. How many countries? I think we're up, like for the website, 44 different countries in 4 days. So I'm really pleased with that because I really like, reaching out and providing resources and information for the entire world. That's my website to anybody who doesn't know. See, what did I do yesterday? I did a bunch of edits. Well, I did a few edits and fixes. I didn't have that much because I'm pretty good at keeping on top of everything that I do. I don't like having mistakes in that because I think I try not to what is it, critically in the negative, like talk about other websites and that, because I know that I can, until I have absolutely no links that are broken in that, I have there's no reason for me to complain about somebody else. And so I don't have very many. Today I have one. I have an ad I have to change. But even that, it bothers me having one. But I know there's more because we got that whole privacy thing, changing companies, and I've got a lot of privacy ads, so I'm not too pleased with those people. But we'll figure that out. You think they just change it automatically, the graphic to their new logo or whatever, but maybe they still will. Did my edits and fixes. Played a few tournament games. I think I lost 2-1-1. I must have paid 3. And I haven't done any GeoGuessr this morning. It's going to be a big day at GeoGuessr. I seem to. No, big day. I think I've got six tournament games to play, and then I've got the daily thing and whatever else I plan to do. Oh, I noticed you watched my bus video. Yeah, that bus video was from last summer. I was trying, like, my newest phone that I have. I had taken the video, and I wanted to see if I could put a video from that phone onto this YouTube, since it was tied to a different YouTube, and it worked. But that was last summer, and also I tried a bit of artificial intelligence annotation for it. I have one without the annotations, one with, and we'll see what happens if there's any difference. Another experiment. But yeah, I'm glad now I can take my phone with me. And that was the last time I rode the bus, I remember, before I got sick. Because how I got sick, I contracted an infection from a place I went that I was going on that bus. And so that was the last time I was really out and about. Look forward to it again. Hopefully it's not next summer. So I did that, and was the 2025 DaHui Backdoor Shootout in memory of the Duke. Day one in Hawaii on the pipeline. The Duke, he was like one of the most famous surfers of Waikiki. They've got a statue of him right in Waikiki. Oh yeah, he's the man. And they do like a longboard competition each year. And it's interesting because they paddle out on their surfboard. So I did watch. I had it on for hours. How much I watched is questionable because I was doing other things at the same time. But I think what I like to hear is, the commentators, the sports commentators, there's a lot of those in Hawaiian Pidgin, and I miss that. Oh, I just miss that Hawaiian Pidgin so much. I had to call my husband into the room. Just, hey, listen to this. Yeah, I hope I'll be out. Thank you. I says I'll be out and about soon. I have incentive now to like take video. It's amazing that I'm not more uncomfortable. Yeah, I guess kind of like me being in jail cell of some sort. I'm not really uncomfortable because I surround myself with everything that I really really like. It's comfortable. Yeah, quite fine. Myself, my big TV there. I wait for myself, but I surround myself with everything that I enjoy, so that's not so bad. But yeah, you do get the itch, and I want to get out and I want to explore. We live in a beautiful place here in Vancouver Island. I want to share it. Um, yeah, I'm moving on to video from just like specifically web, I guess. And I want to do it the best. Hopefully, down the road we'll get a car, and then we can really get out and about. So, yeah, that bus ride, that was my last time. But it's interesting. Some people really like transit videos, and it's a thing. Yeah, I don't know. Well, a little bit of promo yesterday. Upcoming, well, tomorrow is Uruguay Children's Day, so I did a promo on that, and I was surprised actually. Like on social media, I probably promote whatever stories are coming up a few days in advance because since I do cater to the world, sometimes it's not a few days in advance. Sometimes it's like, hey, today's the day. Today's now. Well, it won't be Uruguay Children's Day. Is it today? Tomorrow is the day, but hey, in like India, it'll be the day sooner. You get what I mean. Anyway, so I promo everything 2 days in advance, and tomorrow's Children's Day in Uruguay, and I promoted that. Today is not. I'm not going to promote anything. There's nothing coming up in 2 days, and not on. I don't think there is. Well, we'll find out because I'll tell you tomorrow because I'll have done that today. Today, actually, I don't even have a day to celebrate today in my Go Cybernaut collection of celebrations. But I noticed on my new quirky, unusual holidays, it is whipped cream day. So if that's what you're into, by all means. I just couldn't think of many ways to write about whipped cream. I got to do some desserts and recipes and things. I did spend a little time, I was at 98, 99, 97 subscribers and 98, and then 99, and all day I'm looking at 99, 99. And I'm writing people that I know. Like, I don't get up at 5 a.m. They didn't get it. Just come and subscribe. I'm going to do impromptu at other times as well. So I went to this YouTube creators community on Facebook, and there was a guy that said, "Hey, post your channel down here, and I'll subscribe to you." And I thought, well, I did that before. It's just usually somebody wanting to sell you, like, "Hey, I can sell you 1,000 subscribers," which is what I'm not. I'm not looking for 1,000 wrong subscribers. So what I did, I went down there to the people that posted their links and checked out their channels, and the ones that I was sincerely interested in going back and revisiting in that, I subscribed, and then I left them a note, hey, I like your channel, for whatever reason, and I've subscribed, and I would appreciate, if he would do that. I did maybe 5 or 6 channels out of 65. But I know that was truly interested. Like some I was not interested. No, it was, why subscribe? And sure enough, that's what paid off me. I'm sure a couple returned the favor, and I hope they do and find something to enjoy, or I do create something to enjoy. I don't know. I'm just learning here of what to. One thing I found, I'm very, very fluid to get, like, again, this day by day thing, taking one thing a day at a time. I don't know tomorrow what I may morph into. I may find some great secret or not. But whatever we become, I hope somebody finds their way that's what they're looking for. Oh, yeah, and I did throw in a couple of episodes my old Emmerdale from 1991 July. It's just Kate's out of jail. That's Joe's wife, Joe Sugden's wife. I can never remember people's names, but I can say, so-and-so's cousin that went to the blah, blah, blah. But of course, if you don't watch Emmerdale circa 1991, you'll have no idea what I'm talking about. So, we'll move on for that. Unless somebody ever comes in and you do watch old Emmerdales, or you want to watch old Emmerdales and talk about it, comment below. We could always start a Let's Watch Emmerdale tea afternoon or something. I don't know. And then, I found an old classic. I don't know if you remember this, Isla. Back in the 70s, they had this. It was like the very first sort of like reality television show where they followed this family. It was called An American Family. It was the Loud family. I came across that, so I decided to put it on. I don't know about these people. I don't know. Like he did say at the very beginning, the documentary maker, that like obviously the cameras are going to affect how these people act, and there's not much they could do about that. But either they're kind of, I think they're kind of act. I don't know. I only watched one episode. They kind of act like, we're kind of like celebrities now type thing. Either that, or there's just kind of like kind of people anyways that think they're because they're from the upscale neighborhood, and then maybe they just thought that they were more important than other people. Oh, okay. So Ida says, just found out our elevator is going to be modernized. Yeah, to March 2nd to March 14th. So no elevator service during that time. The operative accommodation is somewhere else, but you'll not be doing that. That's like a long time. That's almost 2 weeks. Oh my goodness, that's going to be pretty difficult. Because you're not going to be able to, you're in your wheelchair, definitely not going to be able to get out and about in that. Well, I only live on the second floor, but I'm telling you, my building here last year was under renovation for, I don't even know how long. A lot longer than it should have been, because I'm telling you, if a company can go out and hire bumbling idiots, this is what this company did. For instance, one thing is they painted all the balconies, and they had to do this right. I bet you I could show you right now. I could go and pick some gray paint off my floor. This is over a year ago, almost 2 years ago. Every time, and the dog, likes to go out in the balcony and watch what's going on, and we go out there and stuff too. Every time somebody comes in, gray paint comes back with them. But the hallway looked like a bomb shelter for a few months. But the job is sure. It's like use the cheapest materials and the cheapest labor, and you know what you get? You get a cheap looking situation. But you see, my building belongs to one of those real estate investment scheme things. So it's one of probably, maybe a few hundred buildings across Canada. And it's just, I think it's actually at one time, I think the building I live in was probably behind was maybe a motel, which was bought by maybe BC Housing at some point, and then has just passed. It was finally sold, the whole package, and just I've had 4 owners, I think. We've had 4, real estate investment, whatever they are, REITs, in the 9 years we've lived here. So it just keeps on passing. But it's like they put, it's like they clean up a little bit, and then they sell it. Mind you, the company that has it now, it seems to be a lot better. Like they cleared out drug dealers that we've been trying to get rid of across the hall for a couple of years. Finally got rid of them, got rid of a lot of the problems in the riffraff, because I mean this was a pretty dangerous building a few years ago. But they managed to. But I don't know if they cleaned them out by so much cleaning them out, or just putting up the rent so much that a lot of people can't afford it. I mean, like we shouldn't be paying. Like, I understand rents and everything are high in that now, but this is an older building. We shouldn't be paying is what somebody be paying one of their newer buildings. I don't know. Oh, this says, as I have too much medical equipment to take with me in home care, plus there'll be no kitchen in the alternate accommodation. Yeah, I had to make sure. Oh my gosh, it's going to be like camping out. Holy cow. Oh, well, let's just hope the time goes fast. Yeah, that's rough. The time goes fast. They finish on time. That's the other thing. Like I was saying, our building was, boy, and they weren't even doing that much. They were basically replacing the carpets. God, the elevators never worked. We're only 4 floors, but the elevators never worked because one day the drug dealers that lived across the hall, one of the guys that came out of there was angry at something. He started kicking in the walls, and ever since it's just the elevators just I won't go on it. Well, I have to go on it sometimes, but no, I don't really. I have my shopping cart. I guess coming upstairs I would, but I'm so afraid of it getting stuck. Oh, okay, I gotta sit back. I'm getting a sore neck. Is that all I did today? Yesterday? To do my organization part 2. Organized my husband's sock drawer. Didn't find my mushroom sock. I'm still keeping it because I have faith that it'll show up somewhere. Seems to be one of them lucky. We got lucky socks. I have lucky socks. And today we will sort out my what do they call them? Unmentionables, delicates. Had that drawer. maybe my mushroom sock. Boy, if that mushroom sock does show up, it'll be cause for celebration. Okay, now time to get comfortable. I find that I'm having some pain in my neck, and I think it's because of the windows. And I've kind of figured this out. Mind you, I'm even though I'm at a point now that I'm feeling better enough to sit up, I don't want to have a setback. So I'm even keeping that for GeoGuessr, I guess. But at least I didn't save it for about 20 games to play or 14 games to play. Like 6 is pretty well nothing. Get that over with quickly. And hopefully, as I get my health back and I can practice more, I'll become a better GeoGuessr player because I was really up there for a while, and then I got sick, and it just when you don't practice, you need to practice at GeoGuessr, for anybody who doesn't know, you're basically plopped down on Google Earth somewhere in Google Street, and you've got a certain amount of time to figure out where you are, and a few minutes, and you get scored on your distance away from the point where it actually is. So this is something that the more you practice, the better you are. The better I find that I'm going more now on. You can look at the soil and the plants and the trees and the road lines and the architecture and it sort of comes together and you've got a pretty good idea. So I'm trying to go with whatever my first idea is now, because I find if I overthink it, I should have gone with my first idea. But so many things I want to do when I get better. But you see, I'm thinking that this whole having very limited what I could do time is to teach me something that I'm going to bring in that I haven't quite yet figured out. I keep saying I'm going to do my I Ching, and I don't do it very often, but a few times a year. I've been doing this for 50 years. This is the type of, like, I guess, I don't know if it's fortune telling. It's just sort of the where you are in the universe, and the options you sort of have going, one way or another, and um, based on some like old, like Chinese, I guess Chinese writings and stories and history from the kings way back when. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that today. Let me write that down. And then tomorrow I'll talk about that. Then I will know what direction. I hope I will know. Sometimes it tells you, hey, you're not being serious. Don't ask me right now. But I find that, with that, maybe because I've done it so long and I'm able to understand it better, um, it's a much more in-depth sort of look at where I am and where I need to go. I tried out that, well, I've had picked up this Russian gypsy fortune telling sort of set, but I found it. I tried it last week. I found it very just very superficial. All it basically told me is to watch my back. Someone's working behind the scenes or something, which I don't know who that could be because I don't have, knock on wood, reason. I don't have reason to have enemies. I work very hard not to have enemies. But I guess it could be anybody, it could be a scammer. That's the thing about that YouTube channel. I just put that YouTube marketing channel or YouTube, not marketing, but YouTube, social channel group I belong on. I belong on Facebook. As soon as you post, I posted, hey, I'm close to 100. I really appreciate anybody with sub. You get all these people wanting to come and, oh, I can get you 1,000. Well, I was with a company in England 20 years ago, and we went with a guy like that, and he ended up infiltrating our I guess our server and that, and diverting all of our revenue to him. And it turned out he was working for this company. I'm talking like probably the number one publishing company, Prime Media, which I was suing. I was in a lawsuit with, and he was basically there to try to. They figured if they cut the network I was working at that time were a number of people that were also in the lawsuit. Just to be honest with that, but they thought if they cut our revenue, then that would sort of shut us down. We wouldn't be able to fight. It didn't make a difference because we had nothing anyways. I mean, there was nothing to lose. We just loved to write. We were doing the thing we loved to do. Yeah. That was a shame because we probably lost out in tens of thousands of dollars, maybe even more. But it didn't stop us anyways. So I have a very mistrust of any of these people that can come in and say, oh, I can SEO you, or oh, I can get you all these magic, like of 1,000. Yeah, sure, maybe you can give me 1,000 subs, but how many people are going to show up here and be interested in what we're doing? And how many people are going to be interested in watching my old home videos or vintage videos from Hawaii or upcoming videos about Vancouver Island? Probably none of them. I just don't trust these people. But it's funny how all of a sudden all these people, so they went back and posted, I'm a senior citizen with a disability and a zero budgeting. And those emails, those messages stopped right there. I mean, I was getting messages and friend requests. Boy. But unfortunately, that's really ruined my trust with letting people into the inner workings of my website or my or YouTube or whatever I do, because there's unfortunately so many people you can't trust. And as a a person that's neurodiverse. Am I diverse? Yeah, that's what it is. So, we don't always read people. And I find with me, I always give people the benefit of the doubt. I mean, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, 20 times if I think they deserve it. I mean, maybe it'll help. Maybe I'll get through. So, I'm very easily taken advantage of in that way. So I've got to guard myself. But it's funny. I just jump. Hey, I only wanted 2 subscribers, and I want 2. That's why I didn't put my name at the end of that list. And oh yeah, hey, subscribe to me if you're going to subscribe to everybody, because I thought, well, fine and dandy, but I'm going to take a look at these people who are small, all small channels that interest me, and let's keep it on the up and up. And unfortunately, I don't want to have to not trust these people. So I don't even know where this conversation started or where it's going. But I'm going to do my e-check. Oh, who may be in the background wanting to take advantage of me? I can't think of anybody else. I have no enemies that I know of. I have no reasons to have enemies. I mean, I really, really, really work hard about trying not to be judgmental and negative. It's just, it's a thing you got to work at. I think it's maybe it's a natural condition or no, not a natural condition. Maybe we're just conditioned to do that. This is always good in everybody. Like for instance, yesterday, I'm checking these lives. I want to see what people are talking about and what's working, what people are interested in. I went into this one live, and she started talking about how when she was living with these like really well known rock musicians, and I'm listening to this. I'm like, I don't know about this story. Oh no. And then I'm like, well, come on, man. Who are you to judge? She's entertaining people. Maybe she did. Maybe she was, I don't know, a part of this. I don't know, in a relationship with this really huge rock personality or whatever. I don't know. So I think maybe she was. Whatever it is. She's enjoying telling the story, and these people are being entertained, and she's not doing anybody any harm. But yeah, it's so easy to say, like, oh yeah, you're making this up. This can't be true. But then I guess people will come in and I hear, hey, who are you? Like, to me. What, you mean you're a pioneer? You're one of the ones that invented the World Wide Web, and here you're sitting, um, sitting in your bedroom, can't get out of bed, and hoping somebody will donate to your GoFundMe thing. Oh yeah, people, you're crazy. But no, but this stuff did happen. The thing is, I've got this stuff to back it up. But yeah, no judgment here. No judgment here. And I try. It's hard sometimes. Not everybody's a good person, but you try to get good in people if you can. It's good in everybody. I think people are just bad because of the situation has made them that way. I don't know. There you go again with that's my one of my neurodiverse traits is I trust people more than they should, except for people who want to ruin my website. There's certain bells and whistles go off. For instance, SEO, or I can get you thousands of subscribers. It's like, no, I'm not that gullible. And you know what? And as soon as you tell them you don't have any budget, really, they disappear. On LinkedIn the other day, I got a friend request, or I don't know, let's call them friends. Like, I know a lot of people on LinkedIn because I met a lot of people in the end. I was a writer for a lot of years, and I worked on I specifically covered like the toy industry and that. So I've got a lot of pretty influential friends I met over the years and stuff, and other writers and that. So I get this guy from the mainland, from Vancouver, get hold of me about okay, make my about I knew it was coming down to, we want your money, about how you can take my business to the next level and all this stuff. I'm like, dude, if you had ever paid attention more the last year to what my business is, to what I'm doing and that, you would know very well it would be a miracle. I'm going to write him back and say, you know what? If you're going to do this, it's going to be a miracle. Because one, this is who I am. I'm a senior citizen with numerous medical issues. I have autism. I have no budget. And I've been working in the same industry here for basically nothing. So, hey, if you could make me $1 million success, that'd be a miracle. But I have nothing. I have nothing to invest in this, not a cent. And I think as soon as you say that, they're like, okay, yeah, we're not interested in you anymore. But hey, if you're gonna come to me, at least take a look into what I'm doing. Don't take a look at who my contact list is. Yeah, I got a large contact, but these other people are not making me any money, right? I need people to I just need the traffic. I'm working on that now. That took me a long time to get to that point. Um, where I've had to actually take control of my website and server and all these other things I've had to learn that, they were terrifying for me. But, I'm running on faith now. And if this guy can make me a millionaire on faith, then I'll have faith in him. But I think it would be a miracle. Like the people that wrote me yesterday about Miles. Oh, Miles, my Labrador Retriever. Oh, we saw it because this is from Instagram. I guess I put a picture of him. And I know everybody gets these. Because I got these same emails with Lucy. Oh, we saw your dog. We think he could be a fantastic model for fashion and blah blah blah. Just hey, we'll send you 3 free gifts and you pictures and put them on the Instagram and whatever happens from this, like the story. I'm like, you think I can get one piece of fashion on this dog? Nah, 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 nah. This dog's got a sweater. He's got a closet full of sweaters. This dog has more clothes than this dog inherited clothes. I'm just saying he inherited these clothes from my other dog, Lucinda, and some I've given away to my daughter-in-law because she's got a nice little she's got a lab mix. Yeah, because there's no way I'm going to get them on the Miles. Yeah, another miracle. But no, I know they would have no idea of knowing the Miles' personality and everything. But I just know that seems to go a lot. Not only it seem to go out to a lot of people, but I seem to get the message from a lot of that message. Especially with Lucy, I used to get all the time. At first think, oh, they want my dog. I think my dog's as beautiful as I do. They want her to be a star, but I do know somebody that happened with their dog Zoe, but their dog is very special. She's totally trained and she's like totally fashionable. I'll send you a picture of her on Facebook. You would not believe Zoe. She's beautiful. No, she's done very well. Um, because yeah, she's got the look. I think she's like Australian Shepherd. She's got one blue eye, one brown eye. Her owner actually got her during COVID. She got her a kitten and a puppy, because she's going to be locked down. She's a writer like me, and I don't know. Zoe actually the cat post is pretty good. They do good together, so they can do fashion sets and that together. But I mean, that's like the one in a million, um, and it's definitely not going to happen with my dog for a while. There's no way he's going to allow any type of clothing whatsoever on his body. I've tried, believe me. He's not going to allow it. No. Okay, and then there's something else I was going to say. What was it? It sort of fleeted in my mind there for a second when I was talking about that. Oh, yeah. Speaking of famous pets, because Zoe got to go last summer to New York, and they did this sort of fashion show, but it was dog fashion paired with famous paintings. I think it was Renoir or whatever. It was a pretty big deal. He got flown to New York. So back when I worked at About.com, when I was the guide for the Science and Nature for Kids, I would do a lot of stories on animals. A lot of short, just say same format I do on I do now on go Cybernaut, basically, the story, and then the links, which I could set up. And this one was about pigs. I'd gone to the Pacific National Exhibition in Vancouver, and there had been, on the farm building, these baby pigs. I took a picture. They're so cute. Oh, I'll do a story on pigs. So I got a letter from, and it was a major PBS, maybe. There was at the time, that was 20 years ago, there was a children's show on, and I can't remember the name of it, but they invited me and my pig. They were going to fly us to New York to appear on this television show. They were actually going to put me in a hotel room with my pig, my little baby pig that I didn't even own. Yeah, so that's when, and like I'm saying, to the lady who was married in a relationship with a big rock musician, that I didn't think, well, who's going to believe that this, I can't remember what show it was. I'll have to look way back. PBS was going to fly me and my baby pig from Vancouver to New York to appear on a television show and put us both up in a pretty nice hotel. But I had to write them and tell them, look, I don't have a pig. People actually suggested I borrow a pig just for the trip because I was working in New York at the time, about to come was in New York, and I wanted to get out there, like all expenses paid would be nice. We almost did go out once. Oh, this is talk about divine intervention or something. We were going to go out. The toy show in New York happens twice a year. They have a large one in February. And this is all the new toys. All the companies are announced all their new toys and they have exhibits. And then they have a smaller one in September, I guess pre-Christmas. So we thought, well, we'll go out to the one in September and we'll be able to go to head office because our office was actually located in Times Square. And we'll do that kind of stuff. And I can't remember what it was at the last one. We couldn't go. Something to do with the dogs, I think. So we didn't go. We would have been there on 9/11 when that whole thing happened. Chances could have been we could have gone to the World Trade Center that day. So it was just so weird. But the thing is we were going to go, and then we didn't go because something happened. I can't with the dogs. That we didn't tell people we didn't go, so they thought we were there. So yeah, that was a pretty strange situation. That was really because we were so close to our company, and it turned out a few weeks later I was basically shut out of the company. This is when the doors shut on me and my husband. We had just been taken over or bought over by Prime Media, so it was not about.com, and I had been with the company since the very beginning, as well as my husband. So we had these original contracts which were really quite valuable. And I think what it was is if you look at, you can even search online, Levinson versus Prime Media, you'll find the whole like probably law thing. The people with the original contracts, I think, were too good. They were locked out under the guise that because of 9/11 and they had to do these cutbacks. They were cutting back all children's channels and they were going to keep all the Canadian channels. So Vancouver went and certain channels. But that's how we got into the whole lawsuit, which is Levinson, Levinson versus Prime. Let me see if I can find it here. They'll crash my website. If anybody's actually interested, just to show, I'm not saying that I was a person that lived with a hold on. A rock music. Actually, my husband was a punk musician in a band, so that's kind of true. Oh, here it is. This is case text. 82 plaintiffs. But you see, I was one of the original. There's original like 15 or something, and I was one of the original. I bet it even has my name in it. Let's go to the other one. Let's see, research. Control, find Olson. OLSON. There I am. Okay, here it is. Let me put a link in. And not below. That I'm actually a real person. These things really happen to me. I have not been with a super famous rock star, though my husband was a punk rock musician when I met him, and he actually had a song on the radio at the time, so there you go. But yeah, I was in the $100 million lawsuit there, And it's just a long story. We won. We didn't win $100 million. I definitely wouldn't be sitting here if I had $100 million. But we won in principle. 10-year lawsuit. And even that was a whole crazy story. I don't even, which we'll leave at that. But yeah, you hear all kinds of stories. I found in these lives, and you wonder, well, so what? So what if this is a true story? So what if this is not a true story? People are being entertained. Obviously, this woman is getting something out of telling us. I don't know. Something just didn't seem right, though. But I'll have to go back because I've only seen her the once. I don't even think maybe I did subscribe. I'm just interested. What are people talking about? What do people want to talk about? And again, I want to start this tribe where people can come when they feel they don't have anywhere to come. Have coffee, which, by the way, I haven't had. Let me just sit by him because, again, it is cold because I talk too much. I think I'm making up for all the time I don't. I'm pretty well nonverbal in normal circumstances. So today I got to do my monthly stats. No, weekly stats. I stopped doing weekly stats 3 months ago when I got sick. So I'm going to start today, so I can gauge my growth. Weekly stats. GeoGuessr games. I got a feeling there's something else I'm supposed to do that I can't remember what it was. Oh, it's Sunday. Sunday's the day I clean my sort of my tidying. But I've been doing that all week, so I don't know. That'll take 5 minutes. I don't know. I don't know what I got planned for today. Probably just take it easy again, and I got to keep taking it easy until I'm better. Learning the patience. Try to go to bed a little bit later. I made it to 7:30 last night. I was watching Elizabeth Veronica. This is how I fell asleep, and she lives in Erie. She's a blogger I follow all the time. The one that inspired me to go live. Elizabeth Veronica. Anyways, she was in Erie, Pennsylvania, so she was scraping the ice off the windows of her van, and I mean, for what, 2 minutes, it actually put me to sleep. And so yeah, I did wake up though and watch the show, but that was kind of it for me. But I'm gonna try to make it to 8:00. I want to get myself a normal schedule of sleep. I mean, I like to wake up at 3. 2's a little bit too early. I get a little bit too tired. 3's my time. Gives me plenty of time to sort of watch my regular vloggers like Tanya FM, which I watched this morning, and I think she's kind of a little bit at a turning point in her life and things. I really do hope that. I hope the best for her. I hope I live long enough to be able to see her act in a major motion picture, because she sure deserves it. And I wish I had the means to do something to be able to open some doors for her. I don't know anybody in the movie industry presently, but yeah, I'd love to open the doors for her. That would be awesome. Watched her. Oh, I watched Jenny B. She's not I was gonna put her down below as a small. I'm trying to every day pick a small under 1,000 subscribers YouTuber and to promote them. But Jenny B, she came from the Philippines, and she's married a Texan, and she's over here with her 2 daughters. I like watching her. She reminds me of my daughter-in-law, John Lynn. My daughter-in-law is from the Philippines too, but they look so much alike. So I sort of watched her for a bit, and Tanya. Put the guy on that drives around following the police cars and emergency things in LA. Try to watch this girl from England, but she doesn't make much sense. I really try to listen to her, but it's almost painful. I don't know what it is about her. She needs to be more herself, I guess. Oh, okay, Isla. He says, interesting. I like to hear your stories. It probably was divine intervention that saved you from going on your trip that day. I heard lots of stories of people that had the same experience. Yeah, it was really weird because it was, it was like, I mean, to the point where we had told everybody we were going, so they thought that we were there. And then that's but what really bothers us about is the people we didn't tell. We thought, well, what if we didn't tell people we went and we went there? We went there and that happened. Nobody would ever know what had happened to us. It was just, yeah. It was. I can remember it. I can remember it. I was up early in the morning and my husband often would watch these things on TV. They pretend disasters to sort of prank you. And at first I thought it was that I'm moving channel to channel to channel. And I can remember running through the house yelling, America's under attack, America's under attack. And that was just, that was definitely a turning point in our lives. The day before I'd gone and seen an ultrasound of my second grandson, Tobias. Um, yeah, he was born in March, 6 months later. And I can remember saying to my daughter, my son was 17 and his girlfriend was, I think, was 16. And I'm saying to him, well, the night before, it's not the end of the world. We'll figure this out. And I can remember the next morning running around the house, America's under attack, it's the end of the world. Yeah, that I can remember putting that together. And maybe that's why we didn't go. The whole teenage pregnancy thing. As it turned out, Tobias is now almost, 23 years old? Or is he 23? He'll be 23 in a couple of months. Fine young man, over 6 feet tall, works with his dad. And boy, time goes fast. Yeah, it was our second grandchild. And I think our eldest is 25. And yeah, so that saved us from that. But, people's lives are full of stories. So who are you to doubt them? Who am I to doubt? It just, I don't know. It just sounds funny. I think why it didn't sound funny, she was telling stories I'd heard people tell before, but they were like, they were like stories you heard before. Yeah. If it melons is making people happy, it's not hurting them, I guess. But, yeah. As far as I go, I got so many stories that I don't have to reach into my hat for my relationship with David Bowie. I mean, that never happened. I did know Brian Eno, though. So there you go. Not that, that was one of the way back. He's the one that got me started on the internet. And I do know quite a few musicians now, but just through my work. But I definitely didn't travel with them on their rock and roll odysseys. So I'll continue to explore the lives and see what I find today. But yeah, I want to know what people are talking about. Oh, Isla says, my friend was going to go on a trip and she ended up getting sick and she ended up not going. She found out that the plane she was supposed to take crashed. I can't remember. Yeah, isn't that something? And you wonder, gets, boy, especially if fate is a silly thing. My stomach keeps on growling. If you're hearing my stomach, it's making weird noises. It's saying, hey, feed us, feed us. What time is it? Oh. I also have IBS, but my stomach isn't hurting. It's just making noises. Better have my boost. I have another case coming today. I will continue to get my nutrition. I'm still not into the food. Oh, good. It's got a mind of its own this morning. It says, I want some boost. I need some nutrition. Yeah, another case on my way. I thought if I order a case from Amazon. I save about $20 if I had bought them, the individual 6-packs from Save-On. So it's like getting almost a little bit more than a free one. And I don't really eat much solid food, so I really need that. Mind you, I think my husband said he's going to. I thought spaghetti day was yesterday, but he was going to go to the store this morning and get stuff for spaghetti to make me spaghetti because I do like spaghetti. But if I do have like a real meal of food, it causes me a lot of pain because I've got a lot of damage to my digestive system. So and it takes. I'm talking for a few days of unexpected pain. So there's only certain things I will eat that I don't have problems with, and spaghetti seems, as long as it's just pretty basic spaghetti, with basic, very lean, like mince, ground beef added to it, maybe a little bit of green pepper, but not a whole lot of spices and stuff. I have a problem. Definitely not onions. I have a real problem with those. So so eating is like. It's strategic, and even to the last minute, like he does all the cooking. He could be preparing a really nice meal, and I'll sit down and I'll just know right then I can't do it. I want to do it, but the fear of what's going to happen afterwards is a bit too much. So, in the meantime, these things can't cause me any pain at all, and I do get what I need, and especially when I'm I'm recovering from an illness. I do need all the nutrition I can get. So Isla says carbs really affect me, including gluten-free, even though I like carbs. Yeah, nutrition is a strange. Really. Like I know for me, okay, in my life, there's certain foods I'll never taste. There's certain foods I never eat. Especially when you're writing about different countries, and I do write about foods and that. I am adding recipes and that. I always find them very interesting, but I know that in my lifetime, I'm never going to experience this. And then you think about, you see some people who can eat anything. You see them, they go to the fair, and they're going to do like a food thing of all the things they ate at the fair. It blows my mind. These people eat more stuff one visit to the fair than I'm going to eat in a couple of weeks, I'm telling you. But the fact that people can eat food without pain, that people, they don't have dietary needs. Boy, people should really, really count their blessings for things like that. It's, because I do think about it a lot. There's a lot of things I would like to have. But it's really weird. One thing I seem to have no problem with is desserts. Luckily, desserts. We used to go, it's really different. It's more problem when you go out with other people for a meal. Because, first of all, you can sit and you can read that menu over and over and over, and you're not going to find anything that you're going to be able to tolerate. So I would order like cheesecake, because I always don't have a problem with cheesecake. And they're like, what are you doing? You can't order dessert for dinner. Well, I mean, it's the only thing in the menu I can eat, so yeah, I can. But it just, all these, when you have a restricted diet, it just comes into play in so many ways. And then, of course, people who can eat anything, they'll have no idea that for some people, food is their worst enemy. I don't have to try to lose weight. And the funny thing is, I don't lose weight. I pretty well always stay the same. Well, I can see my TV be switched off in 1 minute, so time for me to do the week stats. I think I'll watch a little Emmerdale before I get into that GeoGuessr and play a bit of Phase 10 card game on my misplay. And I have no idea what this day is going to bring, other than I'll be cleaning my unmentionables drawer out, which should be pretty simple, to tell you the truth. Ida says, I had an abdominal tumor years ago, and since then it made my digestive issues. I bet. Oh, And the thing is, eating is one of your that's your most basic thing, eating and drinking. I don't drink enough water either. I should. But they're your most basic issues, and life is a battle for your basic issues. You got to be wondering why there's so little time left for other things. We got to grab our pleasure and happiness wherever we get it. And like I say, I've created a room where I feel comfortable. I can't go out, but I created a world where through YouTube I can visit pretty well anywhere. I just what now? I want to build this tribe here because I know how lonely it got, and I know how lonely it can be, and I know that there's a lot of lonely people out there that don't need to be. An hour a day with coffee. Who knows? Maybe we'll expand it to mid-morning coffee, a cup of tea in the afternoon. Just want to be able to reach out to these people because it doesn't have to be this way. Yeah, I like this. Eating food is hard and scary, like sometimes because of the reactions I may have. It is. And you'll see that meal in front of you and you want it. But you just, when you start, fortunately, my husband's lived with me long enough that he understands, and he understands what it's about. And he does understand that maybe later on I'll feel a bit different. So, like chicken or something, well, he'll put it in the fridge because I could maybe try chicken when it's cold, right? I don't like it when it's hot. But it's just, it's the thing, watching some of these videos I have to watch to put together some of my stories and thinking, wow, that looks good, but I'll never try that. Yeah, you've been accused, I was just being accused of being anorexic, but you're not. No, it's a totally different. This is because we can't eat. It's because, it's a painful situation. I kind of wonder if I am sometimes, even though that's not the reason for me not eating, but I'm not eating. I mean, I can go probably a month and have 2 actual meals. Otherwise, it's Boost, Jello, oatmeal. And I do have some frozen fruit. Sometimes I put it with the Jello. That's pretty well it. Oh, and pierogies. I don't have any problem with pierogies. Cheese and potato pierogies. Not an issue at all. But, there's things I'd like to try. And there's things I really enjoy, but I know that I'm going to have a problem with. Like, what did we have? Oh, we decided to have a New Year's meal. We had chicken breast and mashed potatoes with peas, cranberry sauce. We had that on the 2nd. Yeah, last 2 days. Not bad though. I've handled it pretty good, and I really enjoyed it. We didn't make enough chicken, so yesterday be enough for chicken salad sandwiches. But I was going to go. But that point, I'm over it. But I did pretty good with that. But certain foods will have a problem for days. For days. But and the answer is of course resting the digestive system. So that's what I do. And that's why. Still the rant of the day, and I did think about it this morning. It makes me sad. Is this whole doctor thing? I really, really want a doctor back. I start getting worried that it's been years since I've had any blood tests or anything, and there would be no way of knowing if there's anything wrong with me. But what do? It's not everybody wants a doctor now. You don't push yourself ahead of the. I guess the question is, why are there no doctors? Can people not afford the education of becoming a doctor now? It's a pay when you're done, not add up to ever getting out of debt. Anyways, that is a thought for another day. I'm going to pop off here and do my stats, and maybe I'll be on later. I don't know. We'll see how the day goes. People think it's yes. It's not in our heads. It's hey, pain is real. The pain is real. 100%. And that's, I mean, if it wasn't, come on, you think we wouldn't enjoy a good meal? We wouldn't enjoy a good life? Nah. People don't understand until they're there. Okay, anyways, Lila, you have a good day. I am going to go do my stats, watch my Emmerdale, play my phase 10. What else do I got? I got to fix an ad on my hats page. Oh, wrong page. Wrong notes. If I don't write notes to myself, I would never. I'm not going to look into the BPM, but I will do the I Ching. Or at least I'll carry the coins around today. Yeah, you have an amazing day too. And if you can get something organized today, that's one less thing organized for tomorrow. Because I'm going to do my unmentionables and look for the elusive mushroom sock. Okay. Nice talking to you again, my friend. I'll see you soon. Yeah.